Okay, so we're back at the Digital Marketing Summit put on by HSMAI at the Marriott Marquis. I have with us Kat from Sojern. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, not a problem.
So Kat, you spoke today.
I did, yes.
So
went well.
Yeah, I hear you did not fall off the stage.
Did not fall off the stage. That's really the key to a successful talk, I think.
That and did anyone fall asleep?
Oh, not that I saw. Not that I saw. So good. I think I'm good. Yeah. So what I got to unveil, I feel like it sort of is an accurate phrase for it, is so I do content marketing at Sojern. So what that means is I often am in charge of writing and project managing a lot of our reports that we use our data to sort of talk about travel trends. And next week on March 2nd, we have a new report, a hotel travel trends report that we've collaborated with Google on. So it's some Google data, it's some Sojern data, and what it does is it shows the full funnel path to purchase. So from what Google sees really high up in the searches, all the way down to booking and cross-device search and booking that we have access to. It's really cool. Yeah. It's so cool. So I gave like a little bit of a sneak preview, and we talked about a few like key takeaways that we found in the report, and then yeah, it's coming out next week.
So in the report,
please
let's dig into that.
It's cool, yeah.
What do you hope hotels take away from looking at this research?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of takeaways, right? Like, because there's a lot of data, and I think what's really important is to focus in on maybe certain things that are really actionable, and that's what I hope I tried to come across in my talk. And for me, a lot of where that comes is based on my background, which is content marketing and social media. So I tried to focus on the different ways that you could create content to serve the different parts of the funnel very high up when people want to be inspired, in the middle when people are planning, they're visiting, X number of websites, and all the way down at the booking. And so I talked about, I've been saying we hear content is king, it's what everyone should be doing, and that's really great, but how do you do that? Like, how do you go about creating content? So we talked about very high up at that inspiration when people don't know exactly what they want to do. That's the place where you need to have content that's inspirational. So for instance, and I said, I don't know if this is controversial, but the picture of your hotel room, or the video that shows your white sheets off, while important, not necessarily
not topical.
No, right.
But here's the thing. So you get to interact with hotels a lot?
Yes.
So
yes.
Have you ever taken the time to have a hotel explain to you what they think top of funnel is?
Yeah, I have. Because I do a lot of interviews. I get to write our case studies, so I get to interview our customers and their success stories. But I also, on a regular basis, we on the marketing team talk to non-clients, just people in the hotel industry, from RevPAR managers to GMs to all. Like, we try and touch as many different people to understand what are your challenges, what exactly are you working on, and understand how those different even categories think about or don't sometimes think about.
Right.
And so that was one of the things that I talked about in my talk, is oftentimes people only focus on the people planning or the people booking. You only focus on the bottom of the funnel. You just want to get those like quick and dirty, like let's get those people.
And most of their marketing, most of their websites are completely tied to the person who's already decided so much about their trip.
Yes.
And so they're competing at that point at the same time that everyone else is spending to get that person.
Yes.
So talking true top of funnel, not bottom of middle.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Showing hotels that you can actually influence where someone goes with the right content, the right conversion experiences behind the content. Is a new thing. It's a new thing for hotels.
Yes, and we did, so in part of the presentation, and this is in the report, we show this chart that we have, and it's hotel search and booking lead time. And everybody focuses on the 0 to 7 days, right? That's where almost 47% of people are searching or booking right at that window. That's where everybody is. But if you look 30 to 60 days out, a third of people are searching then.
Yep.
And if you're struggling to find new guests or engage with people who don't know who you are yet, you're missing out on that third of people, right?
And very few people are spending to reach the consumer at that point.
Yes.
So you can win before anyone else has even showed up.
Absolutely. But it's important that you have content for that. If you are serving content that is actually for that, bottom of the funnel up to those people, it's not going to resonate. And you're going to go, see, that wasn't successful. Right? Because you're trying to serve the same content across the whole funnel to every traveler, no matter where they are, rather than speaking individually or very specifically to that different path or that different part of the journey.
And so you said path.
Yes.
So that's the other thing. You can't just build one piece of content that's really long tail, top of funnel, and then leapfrog into bottom of funnel.
Right.
You need to think through, I'm serving a need by talking about the 10 girl weekend trips to have in my market. You then need stepping stones.
Absolutely.
To continue. Because if you did drive value through that content, they're going to want to see more.
Right.
If the next thing they see is about a checklist that you have a hairdryer, that you're also missing an opportunity. So it's a strategy that needs to be adopted.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I like to think about it. The very top, you're trying to be inspirational. More towards the middle or the bottom, you're trying to be educational, right? You want to be differentiating yourself from other people, and I just want to know what your breakfast is like at that point, right? I just want to know what the bathroom looks like or something like that. So you have to take into mind, like, sort of step in the shoes of somebody along that journey and think about what are the questions they're asking or what are the things that they need then, and creating content.
And you know, it's funny, what really woke me up to the need for the steps is, so I was planning a trip with my family. I have young kids.
Nice.
And so I didn't care where we went.
Oh, okay.
As long as it was cool.
As long as you thought it was cool
with toddlers.
Oh, there you go.
Because that's a very specific type of travel.
Yeah.
So I Google Florida beach hotels toddler friendly.
Yeah.
Not a single thing from hotels.
Really?
It was blog posts from TripAdvisor.
Yes, they know.
It was content from Expedia.
Yep.
And what it turned me on to is there was a hotel that was rated the most family-friendly hotel that's cool for toddlers in the state of Florida. And I was like, wow, I read all these blogs. It's great. I went to their site.
Yeah.
Their site doesn't mention family at
what a missed opportunity.
all.
Yeah.
It was stale checklist.
Really?
Only had a couple photos with people in it, so it didn't match.
Yeah.
It didn't match what others were doing. And so this hotel is missing on something that even their OTAs and other travel providers have figured out about them. And they're ignoring it.
Yeah. Well, I think what's interesting about that too, right, is because there's definitely a component about you needing to create stuff that talks about your different things, but you also need to be monitoring what other people say about you, right? So, like, social media is the perfect place. Like, in the same way that they say content runs a full path to purchase, social media does as well, right? And I'm a big proponent of understanding the use of social media. But if everybody's sharing stuff about how friendly you are to toddlers, if there's all of this content other people are creating, you don't have to go out and do this, that you don't even know that's not on your radar as a hotel, you're missing out on having this really robust conversation or engagement with people.
And thinking through the impact of just that, had one of my friends talked about a beachfront hotel, I probably wouldn't have even gone and looked.
Right.
I would have started my search there. So you're absolutely right. Knowing what people are writing about you, knowing what the conversations are.
Yeah.
First of all, we find that most hotels, when they actually hear how their guests stay with them, they're a little bit off from what they thought. And part of that is because they tend to concentrate on the most obvious segments, and they don't think through some of the niche segments that can exist. So we work with a hotel in Daytona that has cabana rooms that have big flat screen TVs.
Okay.
They didn't realize that one of their guests' favorite things to do at that hotel is watch college football in the cabana rooms, because there's a tiki bar right there. You're by the pool, you're outside, big screen TV. And so the hotel, like, hey, that's a marketing segment. And oh wait, NFL would probably be like that too. And so paying attention isn't just about knowing what people are saying about your service level. It's also just to better understand the points of view of the different guests, and even the same guest that stayed with you for different reasons. And understanding that can make you a better marketer.
Yes. And I think too, what's important in there, and I think this is something that I think as marketers and maybe the travel industry as well, like, we get a little hesitant about, but I think what you're like touching on is this idea of needing to be flexible. Like, so I understand myself as X, but I'm maybe being seen as like Y, and leaning into that as opposed to sort of saying, no, that's not who I am, though I'm doing this other thing. Because again, as you sort of said, you are going to, no matter who you are in the travel industry or the hotel, you're going to have a lot of different guests. And this idea that there's like, this is who my guest is, or this is the only segment I serve, probably is not accurate.
Well,
and the importance of creating.
It reminds me of something that Lauren taught me from all these meetings that he goes to about how he needs to understand that he has to let go of the things he can't control. From these weekly meetings that he goes
Good
to.
For you, Lauren.
He accepts what he can't control.
Good for you.
Good for you, Lauren.
Thank you.
The first step is the hardest.
Over Techonomics is what he goes to.
Oh, good for you.
Yes.
Over Techonomics.
Over Techonomics.
I think I founded it.
No, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
is accepting it and leaning into
flexibility.
it.
That's how innovation comes about, is by being flexible to new channels, to new ways of viewing yourself, to new opportunities. And so, I think that that's definitely the case. But it's difficult because flexibility also means you're out of your comfort zone sometimes. Maybe you don't know social media, you don't feel comfortable, you don't know how to write a blog.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing I like to tell people.
Please.
The rules of social media.
Yes, I think I know what you're going to say.
Are the same rules as all other marketing.
Yes.
It is exactly the same. It's a different channel and a different cadence of communication. But it's the same rules.
Yes.
Be authentic.
Yes.
Organic growth always will lead to better interactions than forced scammy growth. Like, don't communicate.
Look how authentic this is.
Right,
We're
it's
having
so
a great
authentic.
time.
Right, exactly. And I think people lost sight of that because you got to think when social came out, it was the only real-time feedback. Right. Of all forms of marketing. You didn't have the advanced advertising capabilities that exist today. And it was real-time and it was scaled. And so I think everyone kind of went and said, no, this is completely different. But it's not, because marketing is just human interaction. So if you understand what moves a human, then that works, and you understand that social is just a channel.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and I think we could talk for a whole hour on social media, especially when it comes to the travel industry. I do think that, I think people both get excited, and so they're like, I'm going to do all the channels all at once, or I'm going to, I'm going to rewrite the rules on, Twitter or Facebook. But at the end of the day, and I don't know if this is, I think technically I'm a digital native, right? There's this idea that people grow up with technology.
No, no, because digital native means from two.
No, I'm not.
You had devices.
Okay, I
Kids
remember
today are digital natives.
So I think people see social media and they go like, I don't know the rules, there's no way I'll be able to do it. But I would say, yes, a lot of the same rules that apply in marketing apply across social media, but also a lot of rules that apply in social context.
Yes. One of my favorite
came up to you and was like, hey, like all of the time.
Well, no, think about hotel websites.
Yes.
And now I want you to think about if you used the call to action. That is the only call to action on most hotels' websites in a social experiment. If you went into a bar and went up to everyone and said, sleep with me. Because that's the only call to action on most hotels' websites is book now, which is sleep with us.
Right.
Yes, a certain percentage,
someone will.
2 to 3%, probably will sleep with you. Just like a hotel's website, 2 to 3% sleep with them. But a lot of people are turned off by that being the only option that you lead with. Marketing is a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's about driving value. So you talked a little bit about Google's data. And I truly believe that one of the reasons Google is speaking so much about what content should be is because they broke content by building a platform that rewarded content serving position, not the consumer. And now they're trying to course correct, because for the longest time, most content that existed on sites, it was for SEO purposes first, and for the benefit of the person consuming it second. And that is counterproductive, because you're coming to a site that was SEO optimized, but because of that, it doesn't actually tell a story. It doesn't paint a picture. It's not valuable to the person who you scammed to get there. This is where I think content marketing is getting interesting. Is other industries have opened their eyes. Players inside this industry have opened their eyes to what content marketing can do. Companies like yours actually practice it in their own marketing, which I love to see. That's incredibly important. That
absolutely.
You use the approaches that you're getting hotels to adopt in your own marketing.
You have to. So if it's best practice and we recommend it to clients and customers, we have to sort of practice what we preach. Absolutely. And always sort of growing and doing more in social media and in content marketing. And for me as a content marketer, so actually my background, my previous life, which wasn't that long ago, is in academia. So I actually have a PhD in philosophy.
Oh wow! Which actually makes sense into content marketing.
Yes. We were talking earlier about people go into content marketing with different backgrounds. But it really, for me, the reason why I'm drawn to content marketing, and I think what's important in meetings like HSMAI is the importance of education, right?
Yes.
And that is what, maybe content previously it was for SEO purposes, but more and more content marketing is all about education, helping your potential guests or clients or businesses that you want to work with understand what you do, understand their landscape. And oftentimes the things that I even like even more are talking about things I don't do or I don't know, right? And creating and helping your guests or prospects or whomever really connect and understand the whole landscape of what's going on. And that's why I think HSMAI is really great, because you're going and learning about, like, I'm not an expert in this type of thing, so I really want to hear about it. And I think that's an important thing for any industry, but in particular the hotel industry, where so much is changing, so much of digital marketing is changing.
So much is changing, and it is the second oldest industry.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, you have the legacy, having to adapt at a far quicker pace now than ever before.
Yeah.
And it is important to come to events like these and educate yourself.
Yeah, talk with charming, intelligent
people as yourself.
As like me and
yes.
you. Yeah,
oh, I thought you were gonna.
No,
I'm sorry. I thought you were.
I was serving you.
I thought you were
compliments.
appointing me for being lucky.
Oh my God, I am not that. I appreciate that. When I try and give you a compliment, you assume that I am just bragging about myself.
And you know what they say when you make assumptions.
That's
you
true.
make an ass out of you and umption. All right, so I think that was great. So with everything that you're learning about all the innovation that's happening in digital marketing, and marketing, let's stop calling it digital marketing, it's marketing. Right? What has you most excited?
The most exciting thing about digital marketing, everything Sojern's doing. No, I mean...
Well, listen, when you are at the cutting edge, that is actually an acceptable answer. I mean, you wouldn't be working for them if you didn't believe that. Now, if you were the owner of Sojern saying that, I'd be like,
oh, Mark's the best,
that's a weak one.
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, but I mean, so I am excited about there's just so many different channels that require a lot of really thoughtful approaches to them, right? Because we're talking about how people will be on Facebook, and then they'll be on, a OTA website, then they'll be on direct, and then they just go elsewhere, right? I mean, this idea that people only like...
Yeah, they randomly log into their DirecTV account.
I'm also looking at whatever, all sorts of different types of interests that I have. And so the ability to sort of, for me, I think the ability to sort of serve ads in a way that tells a holistic story, or a way that is coherent. So I know who you are on your mobile, or I'm reaching you on your mobile phone, I'm reaching you on Facebook, I'm helping you along your journey. And I really think it's cool when we're able to offer value to travelers by saying, here's I saw you looking at this, we know you looked at this room night for this rate, here's a package you maybe didn't see. Right? And being able to sort of reach people across devices and in different apps and things like that, I think, so that it's a more seamless experience, right? And so it's more friction-free, and it truly adds value, as opposed to...
It's not just scammy, it actually...
But you have to be
done correctly, it adds massive value. It helps move people.
To do it efficiently and in a way that is not scammy, you do have to sort of be on all those channels. You have to be on the channel, and you have to understand your traveler that they're all over the place and where they are. So I think that's really cool, and that's the sort of place that Sojern's pushing at, and I think is really exciting, because it moves to more of, even in advertising, you can tell more of a story. You can be in that place and not doing that like, hey, thing. Yeah.
Trust us and book now.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So that's what's got you excited.
Yes.
Does anything you see scare you?
In marketing,
in marketing.
A lot of things that scare me.
In marketing, not snakes with clown heads.
Oh my God. You go to a dark place real quick with that.
Second time I brought it up in an interview today. What's that tell you?
I think we got some,
it's all I can think about
we got
now.
some Freud stuff. We can stay back. Let's get into some
Let's
things.
go into the philosophy side of your expertise.
I love it. You know I'm on board. I don't know that anything necessarily scares me when it comes to digital marketing. I think there are a number of challenges that even I, as a marketer, want to keep challenging myself on. So, like, for instance, when it comes to content marketing, there are a lot of pieces. Who doesn't have a blog? Tell me that, like, everybody has a blog. Everybody's like, well, I think I heard here tonight 5 times content is king, right? And so everyone like knows they need to write content, but what can happen is that can oversaturate. And then you're just adding to the noise, you're not actually being educational. So I do challenge myself to take a look at the evolution of content marketing to make sure that I don't participate in any breaking of it or really sort of stay with it as it evolves.
So you're afraid to break the internet?
I mean, I don't know.
Just
Who isn't? But I do. I mean, I don't want to just add to the noise. I generally want to be educational and helpful, and that means you need to be open to like things like this, right? Because maybe the blog isn't the best format anymore.
Right.
We need to begin to pivot to different things, podcasts, live streaming, right? And trying to embrace and lean into things.
Puppet shows may make a...
Was that a resurgence? I feel like that was a thing back in the Renaissance.
But I think it'll come back.
Yeah.
I think puppet shows are a thing.
I'm in. If you do one, I'll do it with you.
Then it's
like
done.
A Punch and Judy style.
You've heard it here. There's going to be a Sojern flip to puppet show talking about advocacy and content marketing
or
strategy.
are we doing it a different way? I mean, is this marionette?
Marionette could be good.
Marionette, really? That's it?
I'm in.
Yep.
I'm in. I'll start training now.
I know a good puppet girl. Yep.
So I think things like that, like for me in particular, is making sure that the types of content and the format continue to push people to actually do what content's supposed to do, which is be educational and be helpful to people. Yeah.
So we're going to wrap it up because it's getting loud.
I know.
Only because it's getting loud. So if people want to see the fruits of your labor, where can they go?
Yeah, so right now, because the report doesn't come out until next week, but we built a custom landing page for all of our HSMAI friends. It's sojern.com/HSMAI, and you can go for all your info, and the second the report comes live, you will get it. So yeah, I would encourage everyone to check it out. It's interactive too.
Ooh, that's important.
So you like flip through, and you can put search and booking, you can go by segmentation.
Nice.
Is
there swiping involved?
I'm sure, yeah. Our designer Twee outdid herself on this, so yeah, it's stunning. It's stunning. It's mobile friendly. I mean, we're ready for it. Yeah.
Love it. Well, thank you for taking the time.
Oh my God, this is so much fun.
Yeah, and we'll have to have you guys on the show.
I would love that.
And you'll get to pick the topics.
Okay, perfect.
Great. Well, thank you.
Your deepest fears apparently are what we're gonna. Clown snakeheads. Yeah.
You've heard it here. Clown snakeheads and puppet shows.
Puppet shows.
Well, thank you for your
so
time,
much.
and we look
Anytime.
forward to having you again.
I appreciate it. Thank you.